points. Whoever said that, bonus points in your next match. Remind me, okay? All right. G1, be nice. Be nice to everyone, and please be nice to your teammates. Drive coaches, you're brutal out there sometimes. Be nice to your teammates. Be nice to your alliance partners. Be nice to the opposing alliance. Be nice to the volunteers, because your amazing volunteers are getting paid $0 to be here. We are all here because we believe in you, and we want you to have the best time possible. So I know it gets stressful. I know that the stakes are high. And you're all looking to pocket a win and your ticket to Worlds. But be nice to everyone. Be nice to your coaches, and especially to one another. So G2 is for the adults in the audience, and G2 says that Vex Robotics and the REC Foundation want this to be a student-centered program. That means that we want you to show off your students and their talents and their abilities. So no adults should be handling robots, handling programming, or laptops that program for robots. This moment, we already know how smart you adults are. We want to figure out how amazing your students are. Student-centered, G2. In line with that, similar to that, I guess, is G4. G4 tells us that robots must reflect the skill level of the current team members. Teams must be able to provide reasonable evidence that their robot is the result of their own work. That is a new one this year, and there is definitely room for collaboration and for mentorship, but we want to know what your current team is capable of. Just your team, not your sister team, not a previous team, not an alumni team. G5 says a student may only participate on one team, and teams cannot borrow students from other teams to serve as drive team members, coders, designers, builders, or notebookers. So again, help one another out, collaborate and mentor, but let everyone do their own work. T1 says that head referee rulings are final. So if there's a disagreement between what Caleb sees and what you saw on the field at the end of Caleb's deliberation, or Dwayne's deliberation, or Mark's, or Margaret, or who am I missing? Oh, or Will's deliberation. If they decide this is the ruling, and don't make them say, I'm going to T1 you. Just know that we are going to do our very best to understand the rules exactly as they are written. And when they're done deliberating, that is it. That's what T1 tells us. However, you have the power of T3. And T3 says that if you are still in your drive station, you can respectfully advocate for yourself. And you can go, I understand that this is what you saw in your ruling, but there's a Q&A I'd like for us to discuss, right? Or there's another rule and another part of the rule book that I'd like to understand how it could be applicable in this situation. So T3 says you can advocate for yourself. Be sure you come to us with a rule number or a Q&A so that we can quickly reference that and get that sorted out. And you know what? We don't want to be wrong. We want to be better as head referees. We don't want to be wrong. So if you know or aware of something or see something a little bit differently, let us know. We want to be right. So if you've got information we don't, definitely point it out. Let us know. Do so respectfully. R6, I think most of you have competed, so you know this, that this year only 2 license plates. That means you can't have a back-to-back red plate and a back-to-back blue plate at the same time, okay? 2 license plate, only 1 color at a time, no IQ pins, and robots with the wrong color plates will be removed if the matches are running behind schedule. GG1, only 3 drive team members in the drive station, so do not come past the stanchions. If you are a 4th member of a drive station, you can't send 4 people up here, 1 to set up your robot and then to leave. The 3 people coming to the drive station need to know how to set up that robot, okay? Be prepared for that. GG3, no airing pneumatics on the field. Specifically, GG3 tells us when you place your robot on the field, you are ready to play. That is our indication and our way of knowing that you're ready for this match. You're about to slaughter, right? Once you place that robot on the field, you need to be ready to play. If you need to charge your pneumatics, it does not need to be on the field. You need to do that on the ground before the match. Do not place your robot until you're ready to play. And if your robot is on the field, we're gonna say, all right, this robot's ready to go, and we will not stop to let you air your pneumatics. Autonomous SG6 and SG7, don't contact things across the double autonomous line. Don't interfere with your opponent's actions. Don't make contact with the tiles. Intentional disruption of opposing alliances autons will result in a loss of the bonus and the autonomous win point. Incidental contact will not be penalized at the head referee's discretion. The win point for a signature event, as you know, is 10 blocks across 3 goals. Each of those 3 goals must contain 2 blocks, and neither robot may be contacting the park zone. So I predict we're going to see lots of autonomous win points over the next 2 days. Know that things that happen during autonomous, gameplay and scoring issues during autonomous should be brought up immediately after the autonomous period. If you're like, we got the win point and we're at the end of the match, the head referees are going to look at each other and go, did you? They're not going to remember. So be sure that your scorekeeper has tracked your autonomous win points, who won the bonus, and if you ask us what happened in autonomous at the end of the match, we're probably not going to remember. So be sure to bring that up before driver control starts. SG4, keep blocks in the field. To earn yourself a violation with an SG4, you may remove 3 blocks in one match to earn a DQ. To earn a DQ in your 4th match, which in the SG4 violation, you can earn a DQ that way. And you can also intentionally remove blocks to earn a DQ. So I don't recommend doing any of those things. Do not remove 3 blocks in one match. Your 4th match and all subsequent matches with an SG4 violation will be a DQ, and intentional or match affecting removal of blocks will earn you a DQ. Match loads, SG9, only during the drive controller period. This happened in middle school. I don't think it'll happen in high school. Do not start loading your match loads early. Your match loads are only to be loaded during control period, only into the loader, not directly into the robot. Don't drop it in the field, and only if no other block is in the volume of the orange portion of the loader. So we had to hand out several violations yesterday because the match would start, and as soon as the driver control period would start, robots would come up to empty the loader, and the loader would drop a block. So now you have 2 blocks in the volume of the orange portion of the loader. That is not legal. Every illegally loaded match load block will count for 3 points match affecting, not added or subtracted from your score, but will count for 3 points match affecting. 6 or more illegally loaded blocks in one match will result in a DQ. The 3rd and subsequent matches with the violation of SG9 will result in a DQ. Holding, as you know, this year has been reduced from 5 to 3 seconds. No holding for more than a 3 count, but we will still have a 5-second pause before you can, not 5 second, excuse me, a 5 count before you can start holding that robot again. SG10, this is a fun one. Okay. No, not really. SG10, don't reach inside the enclosed section of the goal. Robots may add or remove blocks from the open section of the long goal at any time. However, a robot can only reach into the open portion of any goal to move blocks. A robot that has reached into the goal and stayed there while the robot isn't actively moving blocks inside the goal will be verbally warned for an SG9 violation. And if you stay there, no matter whose fault it is, even if you were rammed into it and you can no longer get out, it is still your responsibility. There are Q&As on that, so be sure you guys read up on those. And then, of course, SG11, park zones are protected in the last 20 seconds. So stay away from your opposing alliance's park zone in the last 20 seconds. And scoring. I like to cover this because we're probably going to be on a pretty rapid cycle time. Scoring is done at the end of the match. Be ready with the score when the scorekeeper asks you for verification. When scorekeeper says, is this the right score? You are not going to stand there and start counting blocks, okay? Be sure you have your score ready, and as soon as the scorekeeper says, is this right? You're going to give them a thumbs up and thumbs down, and we're going to move on, all right? Respectfully ask the scorekeeper to double check if there is a question about the score, and do not earn your team a G1 violation by arguing with a scorekeeper referee. If a conflict arises, ask for a head referee. It's a best practice. Excuse me. Issues that happen during the match are usually not solvable during the match. Teams should play through the match, and any match-affecting considerations can be brought up to the head referee after the match. So, in one of my events, thank you. In one of my events, the long goal wasn't attached to the leg, and so in the middle of a pretty aggressive match, the long goal fell. And the kids freaked out, and they stopped playing. And I was like, I wasn't reffing, but the referees were like, keep playing. At the end of the match, we will determine if that was match affecting or not, right? And so you know you're going to get a replay if the long goal falls. But typically, like if you're like, whoa, 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 we're not going to be able to stop the match in the middle of it unless it's dangerous and we decide to disable everybody. Play through the match, and then we will discuss whatever issues came up during the match after the match. Explaining your issues to the scorekeeper will not help your case, so please have them get a head referee, and always reference a rule number or Q&A for the best results. And that concludes your driver's meeting. Good luck, and see you at Worlds. I actually don't know if anyone else is supposed to speak after me. Are we good? We're good. All right. Thank you, guys.
The schedule has been posted and updated. The first match will begin at approximately 11:15. It is in 20 minutes. 11:15, the first matches will begin. So make sure if you are in qualification match number 1 or 2 on either division, make sure you are on the field. If you are in qualification match number 3 and 4, make sure you are over in the queues. Just to let everyone know, there was a small snafu with the tournament manager, and the schedule was ran again. So if you had a schedule about 8 minutes ago, it is probably a completely different schedule than it is now. So double check your schedule and double check your qualification matches, and that way you are not late for your first. Just to make sure we don't have to do it again, I have 4 teams that were originally scheduled that did not check in, that obviously they're not on the schedule because you didn't check in and go through inspection. But if you are here, go ahead and speak up now. Hold on. Okay, we've already got one more, so don't check your tournament, your schedule yet. Give it about 5 minutes, and we will get that reran again. But if you are at 44940A or 63663A or 20850A, please come forward immediately. And I mean, like, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. You're the gingerbread man or something. 44940A, 63663A, 20850A. You have not checked in at this time, and you do not have a schedule. Don't make us run it another time. One more announcement for all of my parents and coaches and non-competitors. Do your best to try to keep the aisleway between the audience and the stanchion clear for the teams to come through. Make sure to try to keep this area clear. Use the outside lane and then come across, or use the outside lane and go around. Try to keep this area clear as best as you can, because these robots are very expensive and we don't want to take any chance on somebody dropping a robot by tripping up on one of our spectators. So try to keep this area here clear. Same thing on the far side. Try to keep that walkway area clear so that the competitors can go from the queues that are behind you into the actual competition field. Number 2, for my back row folks, do me a favor and make sure we do not lean against the back railing, because the cameras are actually located on those poles right behind you. And when you lean, you rock it, and you make some people at home very seasick. We've gotten pictures, and it is not pretty. It is actually kind of ugly. So please don't rock back and forth and lean on that back railing for me. Thank you very much. Okay, all the snafus have been fixed, and the tournament manager has been finalized. You are now free to check your schedule, find out who is on qualification matches number 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up until the end of this tournament. If you are on qualification match number 1 and 2 in either Clingmans Dome or Cades Cove, please go ahead and report to the field. If you're in qualification match number 1 and 2, go ahead and report to the field. If you are in qualification matches number 3 and 4, go ahead and report to the queues.
Attention teams, those in the Clingmans Dome division. We need teams on the field. That's 2536A, 29204E, 42652F, and 4154R. If I just called your number, the first two numbers, 2536A and 29204E, you are red. Blue, I need 42652F and 4154R. That's in the Clingman Dome division. Qualification match number 2. So teams, if you are in the first couple matches, please make your way to queuing and onto the field. We're going to get started with matches here. It is past 11:15. I know we had to do some schedule things, so teams, make your way over to your fields if you are in the first 4 matches. Also, teams, if you are not in the first couple matches and you want to get your judging in early, the judges are waiting and ready to talk to you. And if you don't go and talk to the judges, you will not be considered for awards. So make sure you get those interviews in soon.
Hello, hello, mic check. Red Alliance, Auton win. Blue Alliance, Auton win. If you are in the Clingmans Dome division, all right, I need 4 teams. There's 4 teams that aren't here that need to be. And those teams are 38241H, 4154S. That's our Red Alliance for Q1. Our Blue Alliance for the same match is 3796A and 99040E. I need all 4 of those teams to head towards the first field. This is Q1. Yes. This is Q1. Are you on? Yep. All right. So, if you are in the first match of the day in the Clingmans Dome division, then we would like you to head towards. Hey, real quick. This says Q3. Will that correct itself? If you are in the first match of the day in our Clingmans Dome division, we need teams 9. Oh, it's updated. Never mind. Changed as I was watching it. Last minute match republished. Okay. So we're good now. Okay, so quick update. We were having some tech issues, but Chris fixed it. So everyone say thank you, Chris. We need 3440V Vanguard and 3131V. We got you. Awesome. For our Blue Alliance, we need 99040E Botanical Bots and 45434W Hogwild. I'll say that again. In order to start our first match of the day, we need 3440V to be on the field soon. And by soon, I do mean now. Actually, I mean 5 minutes ago. We also need team 99040E and 45434W.
All right, we're still missing some teams here in Clingmans Dome. Blue Alliance, we're missing Botanical Bots 99040E. Nine 99040E. If you can hear me, please make your way to field. Nine 99040E, please make your way to the field. 99040E. Nine. Ever about walking this way? Nope. 99040E. 99040E. We need you so we can start the first match, and we don't want to start without you. Please. 99040E, please make your way onto the field.
Yeah, I could.
All right, Clingmans Dome Division. We're getting ready to start match number 1. All right, let's start this match here in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous with match number 1 on our Red Alliance from Kentucky. It's 3440V Vanguard. Their partner from Florida is 3131V. Drum roll, please. On blue from Alabama, it's 99040E Botanical Bots. Their partner from Ohio, it's 4543 4W Hog Wild. Red's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Robots come alive. Drum roll, please, going straight for that loaders. Trying to get some of those blocks onto the long goal. We see blue lines quickly trying to get away from red. Looks like they're stuck on a rubber band on the Red Alliance. They're trying to break free. We see defense being played by red. Blue playing defense right on back. Red Alliance 3131V lining up at the long goal. Looks more defense by the Blue Alliance. Blue Alliance trying to prevent red. Red placing down quite a few blocks onto that long goal. Blue Alliance Hog Wild quickly trying to pick up a few blocks from the loader. Red Alliance blocking that long goal from them. Looks like we've got robots stuck together. Blue Alliance trying to make their way around the long goal. Red trying to get to the long goal. Blue Alliance with their arm out trying to push out a few of those red blocks, and they successfully knock out 2. Blue Alliance 4543 4W dropping off a few blocks for blue, despite red planning to play some defense on them. Blue Alliance trying to get to that center goal. More defense being played by Red Alliance and blue. We see wings out by drumroll, please, trying to go over to get some more. 20 seconds left on the clock. Those parking spots are protected. Looks like we got a robot stuck on the long goal. Red Alliance trying to get into their parking spot for their alliance. 5 seconds to go. as the time expires. We got 2 robots in 2 spots. So, we're going to move on to our next match. And we'll have the scores for that one shortly. We're moving over to match number 2 here in the Clingmans Dome division on the Ripley's field. We got teams. All right, looks like we're ready to roll. Let's start this match here in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous. On the Red Alliance, we have a 2536A. We are... Chris, my button didn't work. I see you over on the other division. Hey, Chris or Donnie. Our field has lost its brains. Well, we got that figured out. In match number 2, on our Red Alliance, we have 2536A Albatross from Tennessee. Their partner from Alabama, it's 2924E. 10 count now available. On blue from Tennessee, we have 42652F Fix It Felix. Their partner from Florida, it's 4154R USS Robotics. All right. We're going to try to start this match and see what happens. All right. We're going to start this match again in 3, 2, 1, go. Well, so that means our experiment was not correct. So we're going to try something else. All right, we got connection again. We're waiting on some batteries. These teams have been patient, but they need to change out their batteries, which is completely fair. All right, we're going to try this. Third time's the charm. Let's start this match here in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous, and we see movement by the robots. Blue Lions dropping off a few blocks onto that center goal. Looks like Red trying to go for that long goal, picks up a few blocks along the way. Blue drops off a few onto the long goal as we end autonomous. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Robots come alive. 4154 are going straight for picking up those blocks as quick as they can from the loader. We see their partner dropping off 2 blocks onto the long goal. Red Alliance trying to slow down Blue. Blue still dropping off a few of those blocks onto the long goal. We see a red robot is stuck on the long goal. Looks like they're trying to do a wheelie. Blue Alliance picking up a few more blocks. Looks like Red Alliance is trying to help out their partner, and we no longer have a robot stuck on that long goal. Blue Alliance trying to get over to the loader. Red Alliance playing defense on them. Blue Alliance 42652F dropping off a block onto the long goal. Their partner making their way around. Red right behind them, trying to slow them down. Blue Alliance goes to the other side of the long goal instead. Drops off a few more blocks for the Blue Alliance. 35 seconds left in this match. Red Alliance still playing defense on Blue, trying to prevent them from getting over to that long goal. Blue Alliance quickly making their way around, picking up a few more blocks as they can. 20 seconds left on the clock. More defense being played. Blue pushing back on Red. Blue Lions 42652F trying to get into that parking spot for the Blue Lions. 3 seconds to go as time expires. That's the end of match number 2. We're going to move on to match number 3.
All right, for qualification match number 1, a Red Alliance victory 90-27 over Blue. We are ready for match number 3 in 3, 2, 1. And now we're rolling. We're back on our AGN field. On the Red Alliance, we have 12914X with that beautiful red decoration all over their robot. Their alliance partner with a similar red decoration, 99040A. Our refs are going to tally up the score. Blue takes the out-on win with no win point, and we'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1. On the blue lines, we have 38241T, the Torque Titans from Alabama. You've also got Joker 57249C 2 weeks ago. Joker took the Triple Crown at a tournament at Tribeca University. And if you don't know what the Triple Crown in Vex Robotics is, it means you won the tournament, you won the Excellence Award, and I believe you got the Skills Championship as well. As you're seeing, Joker already doing a solid job scoring, but the D score comes through from 12914X. There's one robot that's not quite fully functional. 38241T on the Blue Alliance has been still for most of the match. Their alliance partner is fighting a 2 versus 1. Joker is their alliance partner, but they are outnumbered right now. They're getting pushed around. 12914X currently playing defense. 99040A now coming in on the other side for a pincer maneuver. You got to let him get out of there, but you can play a little bit of defense. 25 seconds left in the match. Red Alliance has done a really solid job scoring those long goals so far. That's 20. Parking is protected. The defense is still very it's very oppressive defense on the Red Alliance. But Blue is fighting for control of that long goal. Joker is trying to use that mechanical arm. And Red looks like they got a parts robot right there at the end. If your team 1235D, 56448B, 97004A, or 42652C, we need you on Ripley's field. On the Red Alliance, we have 1235D and 56448B. On the Blue Alliance, we have 97004A and 42652C. Looks like everyone's ready or almost ready for match number 4 in the Clingmans Dome division. All right, let's have Autonomous in 3, 2. Got an attempted Auton from red and blue. No one scored anything just yet. It's going to be an Auton tie. We'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. Red Alliance immediately heads over to that match load tube. That match loader starts out with a lot of blocks that you can score. The thing about the match loader, though, is it starts out with a lot of blocks for the other alliance. A little bit of scoring from Blue Alliance, 42652C. It's another robot that did pretty well 2 weeks ago at Trevecca. So what 42652C just did, they used that robotic arm on their robot, and they pushed all of those blue blocks into the middle of the long goal. You get a lot of extra points if you control all the blocks in the middle of a particular goal. There's a big D score coming in from 1235D. 1235D's got a really, really big storage unit on the back of their robot. Some call it a shopping cart. It allows them to hold on to a ton of blocks and score them all at once. Time is ticking down this match. Who get the last score? It was a pretty low-scoring match. Very, very heavy on defense.
Results for match number 2 up on the screen. 319 going to blue. Looks like we're still in a debate from match number 3, so we'll get ready with match number 5 here shortly. All right, looks like we're getting to reset the field here on the Alchemist Global Networks field, or AGN. We're going to get ready for match number 5 here very quickly. Those in match number 5 in the Clingmans Dome division, please make your way over to the field. Just a reminder to teams, please do not bring your carts onto the carpet. If you have carts, please leave them over to the side by the stanchions. But please do not bring your carts to the field or onto the carpet. Those in match number 5, please make your way over to the field for Alchemy on the Alchemy Global Networks field. We're getting ready for match number 5. Just a reminder, please do not bring your carts to the field. Please leave them by the stanchions. There's not a lot of room between the fields and everything. So please don't bring your carts. Leave them by the stanchions. All right, looks like we're ready to roll with match number... Just kidding. We need everything connected. All right, looks like we're ready to roll. They're not. All right, looks like we're ready to roll. Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. We start Auton for match number 5 on a red. From Tennessee is 24816H. Big Brother, their partner from Alabama, is 29204. That's a lot. On blue, from South Carolina, it's 7447G, the Dysfunctional. Their partner from Ohio, it's 6008X, X Factor. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control for match number 5. Blue Alliance X Factor quickly dropping off some blocks into the long goal. Red Alliance, Big Brother trying to grab some of those blocks from the loader, trying to fill up their robot. Red Alliance trying to slow Blue Alliance down. The Dysfunctionals quickly trying to make their way around to the long goal. Red Alliance trying to line up, drops off a few blocks for Red. Blue Alliance 608X. Playing some defense back onto the Red Alliance. The Dysfunctional lines up and they drop off a few more blocks, moving out some red blocks from that center of the long goal. Red Alliance still getting some defense being played by Blue. Red Alliance quickly making their way around. Looks like Big Brother's trying to pick up a few more from the loading zone. 29204C drops off a block for the Red Alliance. Tries to onto the long goal. Blue coming in, playing some defense. Red Alliance both trying to get to the long goal at the same time. We hit 20 seconds, meaning those parking spots are protected. Red Alliance trying to get into their parking spot. Looks like they're picking up a block along the way. Red drops off a few more blocks. Less than 10 seconds to go. 24816H dropping off a few more blocks for Red. Blue trying to get into that parking spot. We see some blocks discord as time expires. Results for 4 up on the board. 33-28 going to Blue. We're moving on to the Ripley Field. We got a thumbs up. Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. Match number 6 on red from Florida. It's 13722V Invictus. Their partner from South Carolina, it's 9447W Stark Industries. On blue from Virginia, it's 2145X Pink Shimmery Unicorns. Their partner from Ohio, it's 608D Dark Mode. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. We're going to start driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Robots come alive. 3 of the 4 robots going straight for those loaders. 2145X quickly picking up blocks, dropping off the blue ones and spitting out the red ones. Meanwhile, Red Alliance, Stark Industries making their way around the field, picking up those Red Alliance blocks and playing some defense on the pink shimmery unicorns. Red Alliance, 13722V going straight back for some more blocks in the loader zone. Blue Lions, pink shimmer unicorns drops off a few more, descoring some red blocks along the way. Red Alliance trying to get over to the long goal. Dark mode not letting them get close to that long goal. Their partner on the other side dropping off a few blocks for the Blue Alliance. Red playing defense. Blue pushing out a few of those red blocks. 9447W lining up, trying to drop off a few blocks for red. They drop off one. Dark mode dropping off a few blocks for blue onto the center goal. Red making their way around. Looks like they're picking up a few blocks, trying to descore some blue. They're getting hung up on that long goal. Blue playing defense on them. Dark mode still playing defense on red, trying not to let them go anywhere out of their sight. Pink shimmer unicorns descoring a few more of the red blocks. Meanwhile, Red Alliance drops off a few more. We are less than 15 seconds left on the clock. Red Alliance trying to clear out their parking space, trying to make room for their robot. More defense being played. Blue slowing red down, not letting them push those blocks into the center. Blue pushing back as time expires. Results match number 5, 121-29 going to blue.
All right. All right, we are getting the field set up. Let's have autonomous in 3, 2, 1. Three of the 4 robots making an attempted an auton here. Blue Alliance has scored 1, 2. Oh my goodness, Blue Alliance, look at that. An incredible effort from Blue. It's going to be, but they did cross the line. So that's going to be a Red Alliance auton win. And we'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1. So Blue Alliance scored a lot of points during the autonomous period, but unfortunately, one of their robots crossed the line during autonomous. That double white line in the middle of the field is the auton line, and you are not allowed to cross that line during the auton period. So Red gets the auton win for that. But it's not a total loss for Blue either, because they managed to score a ton of blocks during auton, and look at the head start they've got now. Now they can play defense as much as they want. 8448T on the Red Alliance is trying to do some descoring as well, and they managed to wrestle some of those blocks out of there. On 9364V on the Blue Alliance, they're sitting still, they're being patient. They don't seem like they're in a huge rush. 8823R on the Red Alliance. It's getting pushed around by Blue a little bit. They're trying to find an opening to score. One of those red robots has fallen over. It's a 2 versus 1 right now for the Red Alliance. That's an uphill battle. So in Blue Alliance, it looks like they're going to take the opportunity just to add a few insurance points. It's 20 seconds to go. Red goes to park. Blue's going to park as well. Looks like they both got off the ground there. Yet no one else wants to do anything in the last 5 seconds. Now our referees are having a conversation about what they saw in that match. Meanwhile, we have some scores up from match number 6. In Q6, we had a 70-48 win for the Blue Alliance. And now our head ref is talking to some of the teams here about the match loading rule, I think. So for those of you who are curious about the match loading process, you're allowed to load blocks into the match by using those little tubes on the side of the field, but you're only allowed to do that in certain ways.
Hey guys, I need one of you to start plugging in.
Any action in that last match?
Okay.
They get bonus points for
Wow. Blue Alliance, you ready? Let's have autonomous in 3, 2, 1, go. On the Red Alliance, we have 2, 1, 3, 1, N. They've got the coolest license plates I've seen all day. Their alliance partner 57711X. That is the iconic Rocky. They have enough. Red was very close to a win point, but they didn't quite get it. We'll have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go.
10 over 3 goals.
Yep.
Per goal.
Yep. On the Blue Alliance in this match, we have 643E and 4873K. Now, Blue Alliance didn't get a whole lot done during Autonomous, but they're quick to rectify that 643E with those really bright orange rubber bands. They're trying to line themselves up with one of those long goals to get something scored. They're getting pushed around a lot. Rocky's got a very unique design this year. They've kind of got a 4-bar lift situation going on with their robot that kind of allows them to comfortably move up and down. So that they keep a lower center of gravity when they're playing defense. There's a pneumatic tube dangling off of 4873K. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. Yeah, and 643E, they've got that big mesh snail system. That allows them to hold on to a lot of blocks, and it also gives you a lot of control. There's a lot of... this is what I love about early season tournaments. Every team takes a very different design approach. You know, towards the end of the year, it gets homogenized a little bit, but at this point in the season, everyone's still trying their own thing. 20 seconds left. There's a big D score from the Blue Alliance from 643E. Blue's going to try to park one. Nobody ended up going for a park that time.
Scores match number 9. 9 up on the board. Interesting, because we're going to play 9. So that might be match number 7, 39-59. We're not ready to go yet on this, on the Alchemy Global Networks field. We'll talk to our head refs about that scoring. While we finish up the scores and get ready for our next match, just a quick reminder, if you could please keep the aisles clear from queuing over to the fields. We have teams with robots coming through. So please, there are seats all around on both sides of the divisions. So make sure you keep that aisle for the teams coming through clear so they can get from queuing through to the fields efficiently. We're getting ready for match number 9 here on the Alchemy Global Networks field. We're just quickly resetting that field. On our Red Alliance in this match, from South Carolina, we have 3796J Jank, their partner from Florida. It's 229X Galactic. On blue from Florida, it's 66954A Circuit Girls, their partner from Alabama. It's 29204A Robot. All right, we're ready to roll. Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous. Blue Line's going straight for the loader. Red Alliance heading straight for that central goal. Drops off a few blocks. And heads straight for the loader. Red drops off a few more. Blue drops off one, and it just barely does not stay in that center goal. Red's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Robots come alive. Red Alliance quickly trying to add a few more blocks to their loader and head straight for that long goal. We see Galactic trying to do the same, going straight for that long goal. Going straight for the loader and then lining up at that long goal. Blue Lions drops off a few more. That's 29204A. It drops off a few more blocks for the Blue Lions and pushes them through into the center of the long goal. Red Alliance, Jank playing some defense on blue. Red Alliance making their way over, trying to play some defense on Robot Create. More defense being played by the Red Alliance onto blue. Blue Lions trying to line up at that long goal. Red playing defense, moving them out of the way of the long goal. Blue Lions with their arm out, trying to de-score some of those goals, pushing more of those red blocks into the center of the field. Red Alliance quickly picking up a few more blocks. Red trying to pick up a few blocks from the blue parking space. Blue looks like they might be stuck at the long goal. They back up and they drop off a few blocks. Less than 20 seconds left on the clock. Red 3796J drops off a few more blocks. Blue Alliance pushes out and de-scores some of the red blocks scored. Red de-scores some blue. Blue into a parking space. 3 seconds to go as time expires. Results for match 7 up on the board. 126 for blue to 21 for red. We're getting ready to play on the Ripley's field here for match number 10. All right, looks like we're ready to roll. Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. We start autonomous for match number 10 on our Red Alliance from Kentucky. It's 1255S Spicy Bread. Their partner from Maryland is 26648Z Zabulus. On a blue from Alabama, it's 2065A First Class. Their partner from South Carolina, it's 3796B Birds Aren't Real. Blue's going to take the autonomous bonus. Driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Blue Alliance quickly adding a few blocks to their hopper and heading straight for that long goal. We see Birds Aren't Real making their way around with blocks in hand. Red Alliance coming in and playing some defense. Zabulus trying to pick up a few more blocks into their possession. 1255S Spicy Bread playing some defense on to First Class. First Class wing is out. They're trying to push some of those blue blocks into that center. Red playing some defense. It looks like they descored some instead. More defense being played by the Blue Alliance onto Red. Red and blue back and forth with defense. Birds Aren't Real trying to slow down Red. 26648Z trying to make their way around. Blue Alliance hanging out by that long goal. Spicy Bread over by the long goal. Blue Alliance playing some defense on them back and forth. We see 26648Z getting stuck on that long goal. Blue trying to descore some. Less than 20 seconds to go. Red Alliance dropping off a few more blocks, trying to score them into the center of that long goal. We see Red trying to descore some blocks. They descore one of their own. Blue arm out, trying to push more of those blue into the center, and they do as time expires. Results for match number 9 up on the board, 88-51 going to Red.
All right. All right, folks. We are going to make up for lost time. We're going to run matches until 12:45. All right, Red Alliance, are you ready? All right, we are ready for autonomous in 3, 2, 1. All 4 robots making an attempt to score. Red has a lot of blocks scored, so does Blue. Blue goes for early control. And our ref is going to take a close see if that long goal is controlled by Blue. Red gets the Auton win. and the Auton win point. We will have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go.
Back on, you're back on.
61568A on the Blue Alliance had a brief disconnect, but they are back now. They're disconnected again. They're having a connection issue of some kind. Their alliance partner, 9364D, also on the Blue Alliance, wriggling around in that corner, trying to clear out that match loader, trying to get as many blocks as possible. Red Alliance has done a really solid job in Auton to get him a big advantage, and now they're holding on to it. 40,000A. Just rolling around. Blue Alliance is having connection issues for both robots. $99905X, RoboGrips, and 4000A Apogee are on the Red Alliance together in this match. Apogee just got a really big D score, cleared out a lot of those blue blocks from the long goal, and now they're going to use that little mechanical arm on the side of their robot. It's the little arm that sticks out like this, and they use it to knock the blocks into the long goal. They try to get as many blocks as they can in the middle, and a block goes flying. Parking's protected. That's a D score from Blue, trying to clear out those red blocks. Red has one robot parked. Blue gets another big hit, trying to clear out those red blocks. Not a lot of time left now. Blue's going to go for a park. And that'll do it for match number 11. And our refs are going to have a closer look at the result of that match. Looks like they might be measuring some of the robots to make sure they're in dimension. Do you want to do Auton?
Yeah. Red, ready.
Going to go ahead and run Auton for match 12.
Blue, are you ready?
We're going to have Autonomous in 3, 2, 1, go. We are running a little behind, and we appreciate all these teams being on time. 4828X with a very unique design. Blue is going to have an Auton win point from this match. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, a win point doesn't affect your match score, but it does affect your standings. So an Auton win gets you points for the match. An Auton win point goes into your standings to give you a boost. So 15442A and 69315A on the Blue Alliance are both going to get a win point from this match. I'll move them up the standings. Blue takes the Auton win and the Auton win point.
Whenever you're ready.
And we will have driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. All four robots immediately making moves, trying to score. 4828X on the Red Alliance right across from their opponent. That's 69315A. And they're trying to push these blocks into each other. Right now, Blue is getting a big push. Meanwhile, the same thing is happening. 15442A is getting a big push for Blue. 35016Z is holding down the fort for Red. But Blue looks like they're kind of winning on the far side from us, but then Red has got control over this long goal. So both alliances have a long goal. This is a really even match. But Blue gets a big push, 15442A with a big push, and Red's going to fight back. Red's not going to let him have big scoring opportunity for Red. That's 4-8 to 8X. Trying to get as many of those blocks as they can, and they're pushing. They've got that internal hammer mechanism trying to push as many as they can. And it's a big, big move for Blue. They cleared out so many red blocks. Time's running down now. Now Red's going to make a big play, and Red is doing the same thing that Blue just did. They're scoring so many blocks on this other goal. Both alliances. All right, parking is now protected. Red's trying to park. No, never mind. It's all about the blocks. That's all they care about. You're hearing a team member count down. 4, 3. Time's running out. Red gets a score. Red has a park. Blue might have a park as well. A buzzer beater of a park. That was a fantastic match from both teams.
Results for match number 10, 88 to 23, going to Blue. We're going to get ready for match 13 here. Maybe soon once we get that field and discussions complete and the field reset. Ready for match number 13. Just a reminder, we're going to break on the field here at 12:45 approximately for lunch, and then we will be back playing matches at 1:30. So, teams, please plan accordingly. We're hopefully going to get this match in, maybe another. Depends on the fields and the matches. Looks like we might get at least match 13 in, and then we'll move on to 14 after lunch. All right, we're going to start match 13 in 3, 2, 1, go. Match 13 on our Red Alliance from Alabama. It's 38-24, 1A Ramtech. Their partner from Tennessee, it's 97-93 for you. Robo Panthers up the ante. On Blue from Georgia, it's 32-39V Vanguard. Their partner from Alabama, it's 29204E. 10 count now available. We'll let our refs score up autonomous. Red's going to take the autonomous bonus. Oh. All right, looks like we're ready to roll with driver control in 3, 2, 1, go. We start driver control. Blue Alliance going straight for the loading zone. Picks up a few blocks. Red Alliance picking up a few as well. Both dropping off onto the center goal. Blue Alliance dropping off just quite a few, and looks like they're going to push their blocks along, knocking out a few of those red ones. Red Alliance, Robo Panthers trying to get over to that long goal. Blue Alliance, 10 count now available, playing defense on them. We see more defense being played. Red knocking out a few of those blue blocks. Blue trying to line up at that long goal. Red at the center goal and drops off one block. Red moves the block along the long goal, trying to add theirs in to the center. More defense being played by the Red Alliance onto Blue. Blue Alliance not stopping the Red Alliance from knocking out a few of their blocks. The Red Alliance continuing to hang out by that long goal. Blue drops off a few blocks on to the long goal. Red Alliance heading straight for that parking spot. They're trying to get up and over. Blue in the parking spot. Yep. Looks like we are going to replay the match. We're going to see about replaying this. There is something going on with the timer, so we're going to stop. So that was our last match. For now, we're going to go on a lunch break, and then we'll be back with matches at 1:30 sharp. We're going to work out what happened here, talk to the event partner, and we'll stay tuned with match number 13. All right, so for match 13, we're going to replay it here in the Clingmans Dome division. We'll replay match 13 at the end of the day. For now, we're going to take a field break, and we'll be back at 1:30 sharp.